My name is Oscar, and I live in Växjö, Sweden. And in 2012, 2013, we started a band together with some friends. We were hanging out, drinking beer, listening to Judas Priest, Accept, Saxon, all these bands. And then we played in other bands. Like we didn't play together at the time, but then we decided, yeah, let's play the music that we love and let's play together. And so we started rehearsing, writing songs, and from there on, we've been Ambush.
Ambush, nice to know, mate. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. My
No worries
pleasure.
at all. So after all of that backstory, mate, Ambush will unleash your fourth studio album, Evil in All Dimensions, on September the 5th. So how you feel about this one, mate?
I mean, excited as never been before, actually, because I think this is a fresh start actually for Ambush because we have two new members playing on this record, and they bring a lot of different creativity. So that shines through on this album, I think, and yeah, I think it's the best we've done
Yeah, no.
this far.
Sure. Can you dive into the musical side of it a bit more for us and tell us what you were going for?
We play traditional heavy metal. We call it heavy metal,
Mhm.
and we want to play it simple but interesting. This is kind of a trade-off. I mean, we want meat and potatoes, but we also want some béarnaise sauce on the side, if you know what I mean. So we try to fight hard for real music, as we call it. We play on real instruments. We try to make this grassroots and organic all the way. And we do it with a smile on our face, and we don't take everything so seriously all the time. We are trying to have fun, and we're trying to create something that we love, and we hope that the fans love it too.
Very nice. Now, to date, you've released the singles Come Angel of Night, Maskirovka, and Evil in All Dimensions. So are they a good sonic representation of the album as a whole, would you say?
I would say, but the whole album is pretty dynamic in a way because there is not a song that is like representing the full album. I would say you have to listen to the whole album to grasp the thing. It's not a concept album, but each song brings in our intention was that each song would bring a little bit different emotion.
Yeah.
But I would say, yeah. I mean, you get the slow parts in Maskirovka, like the chugging, like galloping thing. You get the fast songs in Even All Dimensions, and you get a little bit evil in Come Angel of Night as well. So yeah.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Now, Evil in All Dimensions is also the first track on the album, and it's an absolute beast of a song, mate. But I love the way it starts with a massive drum roll. Like, you don't hear enough of those these days, especially to start an album.
Yeah, I mean we feel sometimes sorry for Linus, the drummer, because he is forced to play 4/4, and he's like the we call it the thunder behind the drums, but he is like enchained into a certain beat. So we must let him flash a little bit. So let's start with a flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's catchy straight up. 'Cause like I say, you don't hear albums start with drums much anymore, but when you do, it really stands out.
I mean, it makes a point because we're a band that we want every instrument to be heard on the record. We want every instrument uh, to shine through in a way. So I think in most modern productions, I think, for example, the bass is a forgotten instrument because it's only like down sub bass. You can't even hear it. So in the mixing phase, we said, yeah, let's cut a lot of bass frequency and let's open the mix up so we can hear the instruments a little bit better. And I think the mix got punchier and it stands out a little bit from the other stuff that is being released today, I think.
Nice. Now, you touched on this a little bit before, mate, but in the press release, you guys have been quoted as saying, for us, the album feels like a new dawn where anything is possible. Can you elaborate on that a bit more?
Oh yeah, I mean the traditional heavy metal music is it's been very hard for us as a band. Like we've been fighting hard in the underground. We've been always striking from below and from behind. Hence the name Ambush.
Right, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, we're fighters, but we feel like with this album it can take us probably to places that we've never been before and that we never thought were possible when we started a band. So yeah, it's exciting times for sure, and this far we got a lot of positive feedback from both the fans that listen to the singles and from you guys that are like reviewing and writing about the stuff. So we are excited as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned before, this is your first record with Napalm Records. So, what sorts of things does that open up for the band?
I mean, when we signed with Napalm Records, we were extremely happy, of course. I mean, this marks also that traditional music has a place in the modern music scene, which we've been fighting for since we started, and also that we are able to grow as individuals and as a band because now we have a professional team helping us out. Uh, we when we started the band, we didn't know anything about
Anything.
like music industry or whatever. You know, we just were plain stupid farmers from Sweden that tried to play some good heavy metal. But now we get some insight and we get some help from the team. It's been great with Napalm this far.
Yeah, cool. Now, you started Ambush back in 2013, mate. So, what was the musical climate like in Sweden at the time, and where did you fit in?
Yeah, the music climate in Sweden. The reason we also wanted to play the music that we love, traditional heavy metal with real instruments and like real guitars, real amps, stuff like this, is because yeah, the Swedish music was pretty much digitalized. Everyone played on their computer, pop, 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 like the Swedish house mafia and stuff like this. When that was the music scene of Sweden, pretty much, at least in international terms. Since then, I think many bands popped up from Sweden that play the traditional stuff. That's great. Uh, we're not pessimists. We are just uh, heavy metal. We're fighting for heavy metal, and we want heavy metal culture to live on. This is important because the heroes are dying, sadly. Of course, Ozzy died now, and yeah, we need the culture to survive, and for that, we also need to fight for it. I mean, we need to defend the heavy metal culture, I think.
Yeah, very well said, my man. Like, now, there's been so many great bands from Sweden, like Opeth and Sabaton, In Flames, Meshuggah. Like, does that make it easier for a band like yourself starting out that there are those big bands from Sweden, or is the expectation on you a bit from the start?
I mean, it's all, when we grew up, of course, we were most inspired by bands from our hometown. Like, there's a band from our hometown, Växjö, called Bullet. That it's not a huge band, but for us, it was exactly what heavy metal represented. And if you haven't listened to them, please check them out. Bullet.
Well,
Uh, that they pretty much proved that okay, if you live in a small little city in Sweden, you can still play heavy metal and you can play abroad. You can play in Germany. You can have fun with your music and you can succeed in some way. Not financially, but
no one can.
at, but but at least you can get some beautiful memories to tell your grandchildren when you're old. Yeah. So of course we look up to all the bands that are fighting for their music. Not only heavy metal music, of course. I mean, there are a lot of bands fighting out there, and Opeth, for example, is one of my favorite bands from Sweden because they do so much unexpected stuff, and yeah, they are geniuses in a way. So of course I looked up to them when I was a child, and still.
Yeah, sweet. Sweet. Now, musically, you blend everything that's great about traditional 80s style metal, but you put a modern edge to it. So, how difficult is it to bring those two worlds together, like bringing the old rock to the polished sort of new stuff? Like, however you do it fucking well, but is it easy?
No, no, it's terrible. Because the wheel is already invented, and for us to I mean, the wheel is already created, but we can make the wheel faster, we can make it more durable, we can make it stronger, we can make it a little bit more beautiful, we can make it, we can create our wheel, so to speak, and this is what we're trying to do. So even though the wheel is invented, it can still be modified in a certain taste. And maybe we're making the wheel into a square, but that's
You do
not
it
our
your way.
intention.
Oh shit up. So you got any tours or any shows planned for the album release?
Yeah, we're playing Keep It True Rising in Germany. It's a
Uh,
beautiful festival for the lovers of the traditional heavy metal. Everybody should go there to see the bands. Uh, and then we play. We have we haven't released any shows official yet, but there are some. There's a tour in Europe to come, and in November we head out in to South America
oh, cool.
to play. We've been there a couple of times before, and every time we come there, it's a big, big party. Like, yeah, looking forward to this.
Nice. And then you got any plans to come over and party with us over here?
Yes, shame on us. We've never been to Australia before. Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine. He's from Melbourne, and when we come over to Australia, we will go to his place, hopefully, and we will take a four-wheel drive. Usually say four-wheel drive, and head out into the bush, and we will play for the snakes and for the crocodiles out there.
Fantastic. And could we expect that next year or soonish?
I mean, I hope. Let's hope that the possibility pops up, and then we will go for it. Like, it's when I was a child, I always wanted to go to Australia, but I'm scared of snakes, so
They're not everywhere, but they're not everywhere. You very rarely see
no.
them.
Yeah, that's what you say, but yeah.
I'm shit scared too, bro, so I wouldn't lie to you about that.
Yeah, but take it like as a promise. We will come to Australia, but the possibility must pop up. So yeah, spread the word, and we'll we'll
I'll
come
do my
over.
best. I'll do my best.
Yes.
Now, before I let you go, bro, I've started a new segment up called Photo Bomb. So basically, before we spoke, I've gone through your social media and I found a few photos that I want to know more about. So I'm just going to throw this one over to you. Like, what's wrong with this picture?
Yeah, this picture is taken at Muskelrock. It's a festival outside of our hometown. It's like a heavy metal hippie festival on an old folks park. In Sweden, in the 60s and 50s, we had folks park where people went to with their kids. They went to dance. They went like to watch some Schlager bands, whatever. And some friends of ours in our hometown, they bought the entire area, and they turned it into a festival area. So
Nice.
this is how it looks in Sweden. Pretty cute picture, I
It
would
is.
say. This
You
is
got the
Olof and Linus, by the way.
sorry.
This is Olof and Linus
Los
sharing a
Molinos.
beer.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you try to do that in Australia, if you're drinking a beer in a park like that with kids so close to you, you'd get arrested.
Yeah. But the thing is that the festival, it's pretty much a festival. I mean, it's a music festival, so the kids are there, supervised by their parents. So yeah,
I reckon it's
it,
great. It's great. Kids are only allowed to drink light beer as well. We got to point that out. They're only allowed to drink light beer.
I mean, I thought you would say that Olaf looks a little bit like a kid also. Maybe he's underaged. Uh,
Well, it looks like that kid in the background on the swing is actually eyeing you off. He's like, if they take their eye off that beer for one fucking second.
I mean, you should start early. In Sweden, we start early, playing guitar, drinking beer, you know.
What a place. What a good place. Now, the
Yeah.
second one I've got here, what's going on? It looks like a knighting ceremony straight out of Monty Python's Life of Brian.
Oh yeah, this is when I dubbed the heavy metal night. This was in Germany earlier this year, and he had some friend of his had a sword, and I stole it on stage. And then I brought it down, and he said, "No, yeah, now when you stole my sword, you need to dub my knight." And then I dubbed him pretty much.
Did you give him a
Uh,
cool knight's name like Sir Lancelot, or did you dub him something cool?
we gave him the name Sir Beer a lot.
You're right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what, Oscar? Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, mate. The album Evil in All Dimensions is out September 5th, and I'm new to the band, but I fucking loved it. So best of luck with it, bro. And hopefully we get to have a beer in Australia one day.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Chris. And yeah, to all Australian metalheads out there, stay safe. We will come to you and kick your asses.